In Nebraska, everything seems to be about football, football, and more football. But the growing concern with chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE, raises questions as to whether football is safe to play with so many concussions within the game. You've seen it this season with Nebraska starting quarterback Tommy Armstrong and place kicker Drew Brown. But quarterback Zach Darlington had his own scary encounter with a bad concussion back in high school, one that made national headlines.
About 3 hours from now, we should get an update on the star Apopka High School quarterback who suffered a concussion this weekend.
Zach Darlington took 2 hard hits Saturday afternoon and became the latest victim of the kinds of concussion injuries putting athletes from Pop Warner to the pros at risk.
Darlington was knocked out on the play, leading to months of recovery. While this degree of concussion is rare, studies done by Biological Conclusions show that more concussions occur in football than any other high school sport. Darlington explained how he had to go through speech therapy and had trouble with math in the months following the incident, and spent the remainder of the season in concussion protocol. When Darlington's head hit the turf, his brain moved and hit the inside of his skull hard. Aside from physical limitations, Darlington couldn't pass the IMPACT. IMPACT stands for Immediate Post-Concussion Assessment and Cognitive Test, and it has now become the standard for measuring the internal effects of concussions at all levels of athletics. This type of concussion testing has made its way to Lincoln High Schools, and it was pioneered right here at Lincoln East High School. I stopped by to talk with trainer Matt McQuiston about how East has always been out in front of these head injuries.
I really don't think concussion protocol has changed here that much. We've always been more or less on the forefront of following proper procedures and being ultra conservative maybe regarding head injuries.
McQuiston says part of staying ahead of concussions in football is recognizing the proper training methods. And even though awareness has grown, the numbers don't necessarily follow suit.
As far as rates of concussions, we've seen a decrease here at East High School, and I attribute that to a number of things, more instruction in proper tackling techniques and better conditioning.
With the rise in awareness for CTE, McQuiston says it's now more vital than ever to make sure athletes go through every step of the concussion protocol to avoid deadly consequences.
That's the main priority here with the concussion protocol, is to make sure that they're fully recovered before they're put at risk again, before they're put into practice or back in a game. The chances of something catastrophic are way down, only if they're fully recovered. If they're not, certainly second impact syndrome, which can be catastrophic in the form of death, or I believe something worse when you are injured to the point where you can't function or take care of yourself.
Certainly with these consequences, many parents are reluctant to let their kids play football. In fact, in a 2014 study by the Associated Press, 44% of parents said they wouldn't be comfortable with their kids playing, a statistic that would have a huge impact on the future of the sport. But even so, McQuiston says football isn't going away anytime soon.
There's nothing you can do to stop concussions in football. Just like there's nothing you can do to stop concussions in life. I think football will last, but it's going to change, and that's okay. Everything does. As long as they keep putting the pads on and paying people millions of dollars, football will be around.
Reporting in Lincoln, I'm Matt Reynoldson, NewsNet Nebraska.